Well, hello everybody. I wasn't even on speaker. On a mic, whatever. So anyway, I guess you can tell I'm old enough to have grown up with a phone that had to be put on speaker. Huh. So anyway, do I have my potions? Okay. Where am I trying? Wait, is this the one that goes like behind here? Yeah. Okay. I'm fighting the purple curse still. Bog fissures are an obvious curse factor. You touch them, they curse you. As I held position on Cassandra, so she wouldn't touch a bog fisher. Can't use the lightning staff of pride. I thought I had it fixed on the girl account. Girl Inquisitor never got cursed, as in my first playthrough on the computer. Nothing ever happened like this. It happened with the guy. I switched out the Dreadwolf bow quiver. That seemed to have worked on the girl playthrough, although wasn't any different than my other girl playthrough then. It might have been caused in the hinterlands by the Dreadwolf quiver. I don't know. Otherwise, there's the purple Dreadwolf pajamas, although you're not wearing pajamas right now, unless it's considered under your thing, so I don't know. I might try to take that out. Except I just redid the mods again, and I don't want to, because now I've gotten to doing everybody's eye color, so it's more work. Hello, why can't I jump right there? Try to avoid number one, bog fishers. First of all, the other number one was bears in the hinterlands. And then it was just the hinterlands in general. Everything cursed me. But I put on every curse. I mean, I put on every... That's what I was going to look at. Oh, what? Yeah. Okay. I did that for something else. Yeah, to get through something else, because I put everybody on hold to rescue Storvacher the bear, because I couldn't get out of there without getting cursed. So I made everybody hold back. See, I don't have trials on, and I still keep getting cursed
This
by
must
things.
be where Kenrick's assistant came to study.
Yeah. And I guess I had to reload the part where I claimed the banner. Wait, or maybe not. Didn't I claim this banner? Nigel's Point? Yes, I did. I guess it was reversed because of a curse. It's appalling to me to see how little recognition he's received compared to that brother Genitivi, or even that peddler of Pabulum Filium, a bard. I wonder if I could discover the original purpose of Nigel's Point. Dedicated to an old god. Yes, Razakali. You don't have to wonder. There's all kinds of Razakali notes around here, so yes. Yes, sketched over stone. Run if you can. Madness has filled this silence. Do not return to this place. Enter inscription: to she who winds the skein of wisdom, we dedicate this citadel. Dragon of mystery, bestow upon your faithful servants your ineffable truth. Grant us eyes to pierce the darkness and souls to bear the wounds of your labyrinth. Oh, where's some? Does that have fade blended into it? It's not like glowing, but it's rock with green in it. Huh, okay. Anyway, yeah, I have to go down. Where? Uh, can I? Well, they cheated. Oh, never mind. This is something else. Is there a bottle of beer up here? A giant skeleton. Definitely gigantic. Gigantic skeletons in your closet. On your roof. X? What? Screenshot? Huh? What? Where's my screenshots? It's on the X button. And it's not working on XF1. It's recording, but I can't take a screenshot. Photo mode. Hello, I can't read your print. Screenshot has been added to the gallery. Keyboard shortcuts. Save screenshot to the gallery. Can I do some other button? Okay. I hold my hand up here like this. But it's not working at the moment. I can only take it to photo mode. Okay. Still kind of eating. I want to take pictures of things. What happened? So if I turn it off this time, the recording probably will stop. Oh, let's see. Wait, I have to, yeah. Oh yeah, I don't have to reset my inventory. Oh, hold on. I mean, I don't have to reset my eyes if this is still up. If I can just remove that thing I'm thinking of. And see if that disable. But I had these things turned on in except that of course I didn't have somebody wearing that pajamas, the formal wear. Took it out of the other spot. With Dreadwolf robe in 2 spots. Right. Is my recording on? The green went off the bottom of the screen. Even my recording one. My computer is displaying things on the YouTube. Yeah, it says overriding Yennefer hair with short curls for female, for human. Plus something about other curls with the corn row curls, which is fine. Oh, and Towsel's hair to long hair. Anyway, I don't know. Restarting it will make it start or stop the show me that the Alt plus C popped up on the screen, yes. Doesn't mean it'll make the screenshots work though. is just photograph the scene. Yeah, there's a screenshot and there's a photograph the scene. Should I just restore to defaults? Reset all keyboards. Yeah, whatever. Done. No, screenshot ain't working. I have to reinstall that thing again. But photo mode works. So I have to walk around like this. Why? Why are there certain people that don't have a mod for their hair? Because it's in this particular... Oh, this is a long one. Anyone actually want to hear me read for the 100th time? The hunt of the fell wolf. The runner strode the winding road, and out of breath came she upon the bastion of the huntsman true to make her desperate plea. Snap. Oh, come on, cursor. Cursor. Meriden in dragon's hide. Heron, clad in blessed steel, come forth to hear the tidings brought with so much breathless zeal. Upon the lonely moors the runner cried, a loathsome beast now dwells. A day gives way to night. It strikes, all in its pain it feels. The 3 souls bravely led them out, the darkening moor to see, as sun slipped neath the sighing heap. The hunter's guide did flee. The moon crept over the heather. As a terrible cry released its silvered light, the hunter saw the arrival of the beast. Labored like a wolf it was, its sighs like woodsman's death. With its eyes burned eldritch fire, the fade in every breath. So obviously this one glowed green. Swift as thought the hunter struck, the demon wolf fell back, but mortal strength alone could not prevent the beast's attack. When one huge paw, the monstrous thing, struck Meriden the brave, across the moor he flew and fell into a watery grave. Jaws like a dragon's clamped down tight around Hakon's armored chest, and with the night it sped away. From moonlight to the west. No living eye was there to see from feety swamp arise a Meriden who found himself alone 'neath darkened skies. The shattered shield of Heron he found upon the moor. In grief a Meriden did his vengeance swear, the beast's head he would procure. Whilst the wolf across the moor bore Heron to its lair, a labyrinth of winding cave any mortal should beware. By wormlight in the twisting cave Heron bravely fought to free himself from death's own jaws before his life was naught. With blade arm free the knight struck true into the monster's eye. and it fled into the dark with otherworldly cry. The wounded knight in darkness found within the cavern gloom an idol carved of fade-touched stone, which could prove the monster's doom. What is that? Idol carved of fade-touched stone. Not Redlarian idol, but it could prove the monster's doom. Ameridan all alone did seek the demon wolf's fresh trail. And to the cave he came prepared, a wolf's heart to impale. Down the winding cave he sought the beast that slew his friend, and in the eerie wormlight met the beast at the cavern's end. With burning blade, Ameridan and the monster met again, whilst elsewhere did Heron valiantly with demon wards contend. As demon stone was shattered, Ameridan struck true. Beast and spirit both felled at once, no neither hunter knew. Now wounded and in darkness, hunters separate made their way from the bottom of the cavern toward the rising light of day, and Meriden found Heron stumbling wounded from the cave, and both rejoiced to find the other yet free from the grave. As night passed, the two did tales of valor spin, and to this very day each claims that he alone did win. Alright, where is her hair mod? Ponytail. I just installed a different ponytail mod again. And
Inquisitor, I was going to send word. I found something. This inscription, almost completely faded, but two stood. Felt 60 true before our triumph. A breath in the hunt, and let rest the lowlanders, worthy of the lady's care. The markings and surrounding artifacts date to Ameridan's time. The references and scripts suggest Avar.
and another person likes to point their sword at me. Yeah, okay, that does have a purple with actually a pattern. The fabric on that.
What's your theory?
I need to complete a full survey and have Professor Kenrick evaluate the site himself. But this may be a tribute to Heron and Orina, Inquisitor Ameridan's companions.
Yeah, the color was suddenly messed up. Why? Just because I pulled this thing up? It was way too bright. It says true color. Okay, whatever.
What happened here?
Ameridan and his companions fought the original Jaws of Hakon. They were outnumbered, but Ameridan had a sworn duty. Could Ameridan and Telana be skilled enough to slip past the Jaws of Hakon? What if someone had to buy them time?
If this is the resting place of Heron and Dorina, it only remains because the Avar took time to honor them.
Respect for a worthy adversary? It wouldn't be out of place.
It is too green now, but I don't know what. Can't even tell what these letters say. These words say on here.
What do you know about Heron?
When the Templar Order was first formed, Sir Heron was among its members. He's arguably the most famous of the original Templars, though he was never one of their leaders. He's better known as one of Inquisitor Ameridan's confidants. They'd known each other since youth.
So they were close. Friends.
When Ameridan was made Inquisitor, Heron's position in his inner circle was assumed. A few ballads about them survive. The type with adventures and happy endings. I don't know if they're true. They remind me of my brothers, though.
What can you tell me about Arina?
Arina was an alchemist in Orzammar. It's said she met Ameridan while dealing with a demon, but it's not known why Ameridan was there. Demons aren't common in the deep roads, but they were a problem for the Inquisition at the time. Arina knew she could help, so she joined Ameridan.
If she left Orzammar, that would make her a surfacer.
She turned her back on the stone, though it's said she had few regrets. Some claim she was actually from one of Orzammar's noble families, but who can say? She never used her last name on the surface, and once exiled, the family likely struck her name from personal documents. Professor Kenrick petitioned Orzammar's Shaperit to grant access to their records, but the request was turned down.
What will you do with this information?
Professor Kenrick will expect detailed notes on the location, stone and clay samples, and any trace artifacts I can find. If Ameridan's history is compiled, this could be worth an entire chapter. I might get credit on the inside cover.
What makes you think the inscription refers to Heron and Arina?
It's only a theory, but the age of the markings and surrounding artifacts match the timeline we've established for Ameridan. We know that Ameridan and his companions came into violent contact with the Avar. I found glass fragments in the clay, several with slight veins of discoloration. Blue. Like Templar artifacts.
Templars?
The Templars were a new order in Ameridan's time. Given their small numbers then, few would be found outside the Chantry's reach. It's unusual to find one deep in uncharted territory, unless he traveled here for a purpose, as Heron would have.
Thank you, Colette.
Inquisitor.
Why don't you have a hair mod? Is it just
Yes?
because it's Jaws a hacking and
Thank you, Colette.
you do not like to put a hair mod in the Jaws a hack on game? It's a notebook. Okay, that's all right here. And how do I get over specifically over there to that? So falling in the bog and that other spot that I was concerned about getting to, yes. What thing are you glowing purple? Don't curse me just because I'm... Oh crap, I did save it, right? Shades are purple. I'm cleared. Yes. See, sometimes you can see the flashing stuff like that, and it will clear, and other times it doesn't. Sarah, Allah, invisible, come back. Ooh, ooh. All right. Now, this that I had to look up in a thing. Whatever. Jump off here. The mysteries of the Frostback Basin. The true purpose of the crater. Lord LaRoche of Montsimard once was witness to tremors that collapsed an old chantry along with a meadow into a deep and giant depression. He blamed it on the Ferelden crown, using dark magic to disrespect Orlay's superiority. Yeah, right. The Orlesian was only half right, for I know now that the work of the serpent folk instead. If one looks keenly, one can see the Frostback Basin must have been manipulated by the hand of some vast thing. The crater in the lowland fortress was not the natural settling of mountains, but came to exist after the shifting of something below ground. The Snake Kings must be vast. And their movements powerful to cause the earth to quake with their moving. It is clear as the sky that ancient Vinter, along with the Moonmen, came here to make an attempt to build a snake, to kill a buried Snake King under the crater. Too many signs and portents. Are lying to think anything else. Yeah. you? Maybe trying to discuss Titan though? Here. Oh, I still don't know what photograph the scene is. Doesn't say a screenshot added. Toggle broadcast, Toggle camera on off while no. Comments, no. Switch to custom overlay 1. Overlay. There isn't one set for photo mode? Okay, well. So I have to pull this up to get to photo mode. I like taking copies of these. This black basin must have been manipulated. Okay, that's perfect 2 pictures. Alright. Back up. Whoa. Whoops. Switch. What is that? It looks like it. Okay, do you see that? It looks like she has. Why is she is actually carrying a knife right there? Okay, well, looks like the white spot. She has a bandage on her elbow there, like somebody had to draw blood. Alright, blue eyes. Cursor, where are you? Mouse? Mouse, work. Okay. Set inventory. I don't know which one she has on. My overlay is interrupting me. glass? Or no? There. Brown eyes. Come on. Alright, Solas. Get back in the screen. Anyway, the color filter is still at the same spot. Oh, get your face back here. Alright, done. Snap your picture with fade lightning flashing around. Alright, and now you can puppy sit down.
We are almost to the fortress.
Down, puppy. And time for light. The marker is actually... Wait, is it up there? Is this... Yeah, it's like up there, right? Anyway. Graphite. I save again. Try not to get cursed. Try not to make me repeat this 10 times like I did saving the bear. Cassandra is cursed. Yes, here we go again. Time to hold back Cassandra. Unless she manages to get fixed. And me.
Sarah, I'm sorry.
Who's what now?
My family is nobility. I've been in Seeker training since I was 6. I walked with the Divine. I've never considered what I must look like to someone common. I must indeed seem terrifying.
Nah, you're alright. Skip the someone common bit, though. Makes you seem a bit of a shit.
I redid the mods again, and I do not know what it is then. The male person is cursed in this game. The female isn't. That's the only answer I know. I don't know. Fine. Hold. See right now, they're flashing purple. Am I healing them? What? Oh, there's the bees over there. I forgot I threw bees. Bees is bright green. And I just walked into the curse. I moved and I got cursed. Am I cursed or not? Why are you taking so long to die? Well, I'm not cursed. What about... Whew! Not cursed. Next. do I get there? The frozen gate remains frozen even at the height of summer. A piece of ice chiseled from the hole remains unmelted in a bucket of warm water, even withstanding the heat of burning embers. I have never seen such magic. Our Avar guide Ragnar will tell me nothing about what lies beyond the frozen. While I have exhausted all possibilities and shall have to accept that I will never pass beyond that gate, I have retained the piece of ice for my own use. Its properties make it perfect for chilling my cider on hot days. I shall take pleasure in this and try not to fixate on my unsated curiosity. From Sir Nigel. And this guy, not guy, this girl has been home for an hour and you haven't posted yet. I want some story. Okay? I keep mistakenly saying guy because he writes all guy characters. Alright, anyway. Now, one of these. And the last ocularum somewhere, too. Or one more ocularum I need, or more than one. At least one. Is this that's that place. Mm-hmm. Yes, hello. Oh, and I tested that it's not the infinite phase step. No, that you are not it. You are through here, though. Somewhere. Because I was infinite phase stepping through bears, hitting bears that died. And I did not connect a curse on contact of bear like I did playing the male inquisitor. Why does it only happen on the male inquisitor game and I take out all other different things that applied to the male? What about that one file that says armor swap that never actually works? Huh. It's just sitting in there for what reason? Because it never works and I never took it out. It means it's supposed to swap. If you're a mage, it won't show a book on you, it will show pics on you instead of a book, but it doesn't work. Climb the mountain. Essential school supplies. Yeah, I was at the store last when it was still the 31st of July. They already had school supplies out. My son, nor me, nor anybody. Nobody in this house will have school again. Well, that's done. I was just making an observation. What am I doing on Walgreens? What? You click on an ad. I'm trying to build a mountain here. One, two, three, four. Okay, let's start. Six. Velenus. According to Avar legend, Kort the Mountain Father kept his throne at the peak of the Mount Velenus, which lay at the center of the world and was so lofty that from it he could see all the corners of the earth and sky. Etc. Over time, bold young Avar challenged each other to scale the mountain of the gods. At first, Korth found this amusing, and he delighted in the valor of their failed attempts to enter his hold. Then Sindri, Skybreaker, boldest of the heroes of old, succeeded in climbing to the summit and stood in the hall of the mountain father in the flesh. Okay, these are considered human people too, right? So human peoples came from the Almarian of our... Oh, I was just thinking, when Dorian says, nobody has ever entered the fate in the flesh, and Solas says, not in human history. Yeah, he says, this is the first time it's been done in history, and Solas goes, not in human history. Like, yeah, there's still some elven things we don't know, or whatever. Possibly elves entered the Fade. Well, they did. They were living in the Fade. Okay, succeeded in climbing the summit and stood in the hall in the flesh. Korth, being a good sport, gave Sindri a hero's welcome, and the mortal returned to the Frostbacks with tales of the feasts of the gods and gifts from Korth. And as more and more heroes were banging into the hall, barging into the hall of the Mountain Father, determining to be showered with honors, Korth grew weary of throwing banquets, and the other gods began to fear his temper. So Korth spoke to the Lady of the Skies and lifted Velenas from the earth into her realm, which could not be reached even by the most intrepid climber, and there he dwells in peace. Related to the Golden City? Perhaps? And the Lady of the Skies being Mathal, perhaps? Where is the other Ocularum? go on up and away. Which goes here, then winds up. It's got obviously, oh, it's over there. And oh, I can enter the cave of the right here. But I only have half the shards for the other locked. Come on, post. That's what she does. Post when you get home, but that was 2.5 hours ago. You got home and seen the thing, and then you didn't. Where's the spot I'm going? Covered up by the camera? To a cave, to a cave. And away. Sorry, I'm trying to move with one hand.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Yeah, by this sun slash hawk bird owl symbol. Wait, it's not right here at all. It's around. What? And there's the ocularium, yes. Don't fall. Look at that.
There's a lot of loose stone here. And an Avar axe.
They left it here to mark a trail, perhaps.
The woman at the beach said her cousin Runa went climbing. Maybe this is where she began.
Thane Harrupson. Augurs have not learned the tale drawing runes to study the old magic. He is blind, but the jaws of Hakon would not be here without him. Hold these blind men with big blades sometimes. In the old times, the first jaws of Hakon spoke with the Great Spirit himself. He opened their eyes so that they might see the elf stones hidden across the world, and they entered the old cave and learned the mysteries of winter. Their working of cold let them slip through the ice wall that wards the Lowlanders' fortress, and we must now do the same. We are to take it as our own. Hakon has been silent all our lives. He cannot speak to us in dreams or open our eyes, and we remain blind to the elf stones. The Lowlanders, though, have found a new way to see them. The skull of a dream slain, set with the right magics, can bring the elf stones to our sight. And we will regain the mystery of winter. I want to know why the shards are actually called elf stones. I don't know. I mean, I guess elves might have made them in the past, but the Devenders made them from skulls of the Tranquil. The elves didn't say the elves did that. I mean, it specifically, even in here, says the Lowlanders found a new way with the skull of a dream slain. The elves didn't make them to be used by Tranquil skulls. Or the elves can just see them? Or use a different magic to see them? Come on, cursors! Mouse! Ah! My mouse stopped working. No! Curse! Back here, Cassandra. I know you got cursed. No? Where's Sarah? Everybody up.
Don't you start.
I am reasonably certain I said nothing.
Don't have to. You're all fluttery from that Mythal place. Oh, Tevinter took our stuff.
Oh, now the
Except
mouse
turns
is
out
back.
elves did it themselves.
You cannot upset me with what we found there.
Oh, why's that?
Because, Sarah, my genuine sorrow for the tragedy of our history cannot be diminished by a single moment. That you do not feel this, well, you have my envy and pity.
Well, you just... Shut it.
Anyway. Following up and away. Where's up? Trying to do this without. Up is north, huh? Well, I'm going down. Oh, I was gonna look at my time. Well. The heck did I get distracted by? Yeah, I pulled up Twitter. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Fortunately, Chrome has stopped. Oh, come on. Back in the thing. YouTube was not on Chrome. But it was sitting there on YouTube. Pink hair. Where's my... Okay. Hold on. Whoa. Not what I meant, but... Oh yeah, because I had shared that on YouTube. 97 minutes. Alright. Oh... Daggers always does that. That I didn't notice before. No one cursed. Did you help me fight? Not pointed at the right thing, am I? Who's up and away going through the swamp? What? Up! I'm supposed to be going up! No. Okay, but whoa. The reason I'm getting cursed because of any single one of these perma staff solutions I have going on. What? Why am I at this? No. Why am I at the exact same spot again?
There. Another trail marker.
I'm not cursed. Under disapproval over this quest. Too bad it doesn't matter anymore. Whoa! Now I fall down into the swamp. Don't mind me, I'm just seeing if I find a triangle here too. Not on that one, huh? Ugh. Oh, well, there's the...
I think our mountain climber was here.
She isn't very good at it. No mountain.
No.
Another marker here.
Every single one of my perma flames and stuff I'm using to make me get, well, they ignite the bog fissures and then curse me. kill them now. I have no permaflames to ignite you with. Let's go.
Over there.
Just in time! Join the fray! The fight's a worthy one! Well fought. I'd heard lowlanders were about. You'd be the Inquisitor, from the hand.
Your cousin was looking for you.
Oh? Oh! The fishing! I was to help Lena with the fishing. I must make an offering to the gods first. Shall I give your names in the prayer?
What's an offering prayer?
I've climbed this hill 1,000 times. Today, it was if a wind from the spirits lifted me. I was going to thank the gods with a brace of nugs. That beast must have scented the meat.
You offer meat to spirits?
The Lady of the Skies sends her birds, and Korth Mountain Father sends his wolves and bears. They wouldn't normally hear the prayer of a lowlander, but since you helped in the fight, I'll speak for you.
I'd be honored to be mentioned in your offering.
The spirits will remember.
A precious gift, Inquisitor. I expect it will be helpful.
A prayer. To spirits.
Yeah. No thanks.
The lady keeps the skies, where blows the morning wind. Korth grants mountain shelter, hack on blooded hide and bone. Take this gift from Runa Learsdotten, and the Inquisitor from the lands below.
I just felt something.
A blessing? That's a good sign. You bring fine luck, Herald.
It's gone, right? Good. Gone.
Fascinating. Spirits rarely answer calls from those who aren't mages.
We've been favored. The gods don't always appear. I'll tell Lena this tale. Perhaps a good story will put a smile on her face.
Alright. Hell, I got shards. Because I didn't have it when I was testing it in. So do any of these weapons cause this? I assumed the first thing was the lightning, because you're carrying the conductive static current around permanently. Well, especially with the Heart of Pride, it's permanent for sure. And then, I mean, because it's purple, and it's flashing, and it was either fear or lightning. But a million other things cause it too. Just hitting certain enemies causes it. Thought being in trials caused it. Nope, not the trials. And that was the first thing different about one game over the other was the trials that I was using. But like I would always use even ground before, and I would always I always had Grizzly Iron turned on to make the bears harder. I always fight harder bears. Trial related to only the
Make it take you!
head and blades. Blades. Almost up on the fortress. Excuse me. Yeah, that's not the shop. Wasn't someone of you? Look how these hills are leveled off flat. That be only? Yeah. Samaritan's End next. this. I can finish up collecting at night. Alright, get start on descent instead of Whoa, why is all this? Oh, was that a bear? Are you trying to talk to me, your worship person? You just cursed me. Stop trying to talk to me when I'm fighting stuff. What if you got cursed, dude? You were just standing around in the fight, not fighting this time. Huh? What if it cursed you? Because it could have. It cursed Liliana, I know that for sure. She wasn't an official party member. Alright, fine.
You seem troubled, Seeker. Still plagued by thoughts of your order?
I am reminded of what I was told following my vigil. They said my abilities were a gift from the Maker, a reward for my faith and dedication. But it was a trick, wasn't it? A ritual no different than the harrowing, simply magic.
Do you know how rare spirits of faith are? How difficult it is to draw them to this world? You should be proud having accomplished something so remarkable. Not ashamed it was not what you thought.
Thank you, Solas. That does make me feel better.
Your faith does you credit, Cassandra. I hope your Maker is worthy.
And who, if not the Maker, declares the world real? I have to use the horse. Don't trust jumping like that. We also have Mysteries of the Frostback Basin. After so much reading, I know that winter walls by the lakes were called aqueducts, which were roads that carried water to their forts of stone. These aqueducts drained water from the lower regions, but that's not the whole reason the Devinters changed the land. Part of the basin had been altered in the past, which one can see if they are of the right mind for it. There is only one explanation. Paths of mystic resonance or mystic lines or ley lines. We're already talking about ley lines. The mages in the hold deny ley lines exist, but they are protecting secrets of fraternity or else are ignorant of secret lowlander rights. As proof, Professor Wayland Van Kip maps lines of power across the basin in his book Ode to the Ordo Templis Borealis. He does not say so in the book to a casual reader, but certain secret signs left by the professor to befuddle his enemies pointed to it very clearly if one reads the text 8 times. Templar or Royal Templar Order or whatever. Yeah. And unlock the door, and I'm going overtime, I know. And I'm gonna get cursed up here again. I do need to go down to the said door. Here, Pullet. And there be things attacking me, right? Where is the door? Close photo mode. This way. Spiders. Spiders. No. Thank you. No. What? Oh. No cursed by spiders. This is one I was coming down from, and there's always people here too. Anyway. Anyway, where we go? Galderon's claim. The script is ancient elven dialect. Upon further observation, it twists the words, becoming visible. There are no gods. There is only one, the subject and the object, the actor and the acted upon. Those with will to earn dominance over others gain the title, not by nature but by deed. I am Galderon, and I refuse those who would exert their will upon me. Let Andurill's bow crack, let June's fire grow cold. Let them build temples and lure the faithful with promises their pride will consume them, and I, forgotten, will claim power on my own, apart from them until I strike in mastery. And now there's people outside to fight me because I'm hearing whispers. User's staff is cold. Oh, or frost resistance? Solas, you're already set for pictures, are you? Yes, thank you for joining this video. I need to stop now. I'm pretty sure it's gone a little past 2 hours. Thank you for joining me. Have a good night.